Hi, I'm Michael Yardney and welcome to my latest property market update. There's been lots of negative news in the financial press recently, hasn't there? Sometimes there's been more negatives than positives. But if you have a look at the latest figures from the RAIA, which I include in a table below on this page, our property markets have held up pretty well over the last year. If you look more carefully at the growth over the last quarter, you can see the effects of the world credit crisis, our local problems and the low consumer confidence. All these things are affecting our property markets, aren't they? Clearly, our property markets have softened, and while prices have held up pretty well overall, we've really got a two-tier property market in most of our major cities. Some areas are still performing respectively, but prices have dropped by up to 10% in other areas of our capital cities. Auction clearance rates are the lowest they've been for a long time, and both buyers and sellers are uncertain and anxious. And the bad news keeps coming from overseas. The world financial markets are in turmoil. Yet the fundamentals for our own property markets still stack up very well. Let me just go through these with you. Our economy is basically sound. Sure, it's slowing down, but the Reserve Bank has put speed bumps in the way on purpose. It wants us to curb inflation and slow our spending. We've had one interest rate cut and are likely to have another one before Christmas. Our population is increasing. It's increasing faster than ever before, but we're not building enough houses, so we've got a huge undersupply of dwellings. Our vacancy rates are at record lows and our rents are rising, and this means property investment yields are increasing. The cost of constructing new dwellings is only going to go up, and that's going to drag up the value of established properties. And our demographics, the way we live, is changing, so we need more houses for the same number of people. Well, it's easy to lose sight of all these positive factors considering all the troubles we're hearing about. So what do you do as a property investor? My view of the property markets could be summed up simply as follows. I've got very strong positive views on the property markets in most of our capital cities in the medium to long term. Yet, I'm certainly aware of some potential short-term problems related to the credit crisis, poor market sentiment, but putting all this together, it means that you should be looking for properties at the right price, in the right location, with the right rental income. Remember, as a long-term investor, and really that's the only way you can be with property, a long-term investor, you can buy property at any time in the cycle as long as the fundamentals of your particular deal are sound. This year may be a good time to buy property. I've always found it's a good time to buy property when everybody else tells you that property is a bad investment. Now's the time to get set for the future. I'm not waiting for the next boom. I'm going to be set for the next boom and will be one of those investors who pushes up property to the next level. That'll be creating the next boom. And that's when everyone else is going to hop in and push the values of the properties that I and lots of other smart investors have been buying. I've been this year buying, building or renovating in my portfolio. Yet the herd mentality is what makes most people invest. And that's what drives markets. People want to do what everyone else is doing and not miss out. Last year, everyone, the herd, wanted to buy property. Clearly, this has now changed. Remember, markets such as stock markets and property markets always overcorrect. The current low market sentiment for property is creating some great opportunities. Experienced investors know that the best time to buy is not when the market's hot, when buyers are out there in droves competing for stock that's snapped up at alarming rates. Rather, they wait and buy when the market slows down. By the way, have you checked out details of my annual Real World Real Estate Workshop? It's Australia's longest running 3-day advanced property workshop and comes with a 6-year proven pedigree of helping investors. If you're an experienced property investor or a well-read beginner, and particularly if you want to get started in property renovations or development, then this is the year you must attend, because we only hold our workshop once a year and this event always sells out. So click on the links below now to find out more and reserve your place. There's a 10% early bird discount for the early attendees. At this workshop, our top lineup of experts will be showing you advanced property strategies to take advantage of our current property markets, including how to get started in property renovations and development. So please click on the link below and check out details of our workshop. Thanks for watching this video. You can keep up to date with all the latest property news from Australia and the international press at the property news page on propertyupdate.com.au. And while you're there, check out our latest article from Australia's top property experts. Make this a great week. This is Michael Yardney.